Alrighty guys, I'm still out here. They told this Jeep Wrangler in, guys, it's no start. So I want to show y'all something. First, let me verify with y'all. No crank, no start, no nothing. Now, I want y'all to take a look at this, guys, because some of y'all get misled or called out to no start vehicles and can't diagnose them. Now, you see this box right here that says WCM, wireless control module. Guys, that is the key. That is the security system. That is the module that I'm in to perform this diagnosis. When you get a no crank, no start complaint like that, you got to go to the source. The key is what you go to usually when you're looking for crank. Anyway, take a look at these modules, guys. I got a B1A24 key not program, invalid key, and skim base station mismatch. Guys, you know what that means? I need a skim module and a key, okay? Yes, guys, these you can't diagnose this with a rinky-dink scan tool. You gotta have a good scan tool, all right? Stay tuned. Well, looky, guys. That was quick. Guys, when you got a no start complaint, it ain't gonna take long to get this stuff approved, right? This was told here. This customer wanted a car. We tell her why her car won't start. She got a decision to make. She gonna make it fairly quickly, I'm assuming, because she want a damn car. So you can see that key right there. I got a new key right here, and I got a new skim module. How do you get to that skim module? I'm about to take this cover off. Take some things off, all right? Again, guys, you can't repair or diagnose this stuff if you don't have the capabilities to look inside of this. This is a module. It reports back to your scan tool information inside it. What you do with that information is take trouble codes, retrieve trouble codes out of it. From there, you can properly diagnose the car. All right. Now, I read the fault codes, but I know offhand what those fault codes usually will lead to. That's why I'm here. So let me get this key and this module replaced, guys. I got the skim code already from the parts department. Alrighty, guys. We might as well start a long video. I ain't done a long video in a while. Let me bring y'all up to speed. Well, hopefully those two short videos that y'all just saw brought you up to speed. Well, here we are. Like I say in that last show, I got the parts. New key, new wireless control module. Wireless control module is hiding under here. So we need to get this bottom cover off, guys. It's like 3 little T20s, maybe. Okay, this is the last one because I already took the other 2 off to speed this video up somewhat fast. I know y'all hate these long, boring videos. And technically, I don't really have nothing to talk about or entertain y'all. So, yeah, we'll do it like that. Now, let me bring this down. We just got to get this cover off, guys. I mean, surely y'all understand the basics. All right, guys, I have the cover removed. I did have to end up removing this right side. I don't know if this is a wiper switch, okay? It's just one little screw holding this in place right here. Got that off, able to move that out the way. Now, with both covers removed, you can now see the actual skim module, screen module, wireless control module, whichever you want to call it. And guys, it's simply held on by one screw. Let me show you the new one. This is the new one. Okay, you just got to dig down there, get that T20 screw out to go right here in this hole. All right, so I've already got it there. You can see it right there. Let me pick it up out of the way. Then we can unplug this screen and move it out of the way in preparation for the new one to go on. And why is this giving me a hard time? Come on out of here, baby. All right, got the screw out. Now you just got to finagle this screen module out. That was the only screw holding it, so don't worry about breaking anything. It's just held on now by a little retainer clip. See? Now, of course, there's your wire connector. Want to get it unplugged. All right, guys, here's my old screens. Alrighty, guys, I got the new screen module, skim module, whichever name you want to give it, ladies and gentlemen. I have it on the car. I got to put the multi-function switch back together. So think about it this way. There's a chip in the key. It has to match the chip in the security module. The module in the security module has to match the chip in the controller, the PCM. They have to be on the same page. All right. So this and the controller is not exactly on the same page, but these two here, they have to be on the same page. So what I'm about to do is tie my scan tool in, and I'm going to sync this with the car. In other words, marry the new one to the car. Okay, because remember, right now, even though you still can't steal this car right now, this is all security related, guys, to prevent theft, things like that. Technically, you can't get in the car, you can't start the car unless chips match, you know, other chips and things like that. But after you replace one of these items, you don't have to marry this to the computer, like I say, but it do have to be married to this. But I'm replacing both of these. So first, I'm going to marry this to the PCM, you know, dun, 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 dun. You are now man and wife. That's done. And then I'm going to marry the key to this. And from there, the car should fire up. So y'all remember earlier, I turned the key, absolutely nothing. But this is the old key, by the way. I'm going to chunk this. Now, I'm guessing you can simply program this to the new module, but I don't want any kind of flawed signal coming from this suspected bad key, okay? It's hard to tell which one exactly at fault, guys. I know some of you guys are crucial. Oh, what are the chances that it needed both? Hey, man, look. Okay, we're trying to lower the odds. Okay, there's no surefire way. There is, but you still can be wrong, even with the surefire way. So to eliminate all risk, most shops usually instruct you to do them both. That is the case here. So I got a key in the skim module. Now I'm about to program. So let me fire my computer and program this thing. And next time you see me, we should be able to fire it up. I'm going to run some screenshots so y'all get a sense of what I'm doing. Now, remember, guys, if you don't have a scan tool, please don't take this job. All right? So don't go to, I know some of you mobile mechanics out there, you get a call, hey, my car won't start. Can you fix it? Sure, I can. Some of you guys don't even ask questions. All you hear is opportunity to make some money, but you got to be careful with these new age cars, this new stuff, security, your scan tool got to match, stuff like that. Yeah. So mobile mechanics, like if you're not going out to physically replace a part, you got to be extremely careful. Imagine you go out, you get a call, my Jeep won't start. You go out. Now, I'm sure mobile mechanics got good scan tool. They can see that there's a skim problem. All right. They go out, buy a skim. There are even some mobile mechanics that have the programming capability. So I'm not, guys, some of my best friends are mobile mechanics. Some of my internet YouTube buddies are mobile mechanics. So I am by no way dogging them out. All right. Yeah, I have no problem with their profession. It's just I don't want the average guy to think he can tackle any kind of no start, because it could lead to ridiculous stuff like this. All right. So let me tie in my computer and program this thing, man. Y'all stay tuned. Alrighty, guys, I got it all programmed. We can throw this hunk of junk away. Now comes the big test. Yeah, let's see if it fire up. Where my key at? My new key. I'm gonna turn it off, perform a cycle. First, let me see if the we in business. My alarm working. Now let's see if it starts. Ah! I'm a bad. Shut your mouth, boy. Yes, guys. Yeah, y'all know me. I clown around a lot. All right, so this car was towed here. I'm still outside, guys. You know what? I did not want to push this vehicle all the way in the shop. I didn't want to get a pusher. I didn't want to do any of that. So I brought some tools out here to do what I needed to do, and I'm done. How much did this pay? Just say when you I don't even call it good. The reason I'm gonna separate my way of doing things versus somebody that's not familiar with it is that I have done quite a few of these, so I know where to go, what to do, blah blah blah. That comes with doing something repetitiously a lot. Okay, so I have no advantage over anybody else when it comes to this stuff, other than I'm familiar with it already. Okay, a lot of you guys dog me out about the fact that, oh, all you work on is Dodge and Jeep, that's all you do. That's enough to keep me busy, so I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? If I run out of this work, yeah, I would gladly bring in other products or bring in other makes and models, but this is enough to keep me busy, and that's called experience. So naturally, you want a guy working on your car that has experience. All right. The reason behind that is if he has experience, there's a likely chance that he has seen it all, or he has seen a lot of things. In other words, there's not much that could surprise him at this point in his career. 20 years experience, oh, them Jeeps, you probably know everything about those. Yeah, I have seen a lot of things, seen just about all of it on this year model Jeep. I done the whole car, bumper to bumper, I have made repairs on, and I got a lot of this stuff memorized. So when I hear of a problem, I can go straight to it. Or I will go into my memory bank and simply, remember what I did on the last Jeep that had that problem. That's why I got a cabinet full of test parts, but not sure you can use one of these as a test part because it has to be programmed. You can. I got some of these used that I use as test part. It's just I need the security code to program it and test and see if that's the problem. Anyway, I'm talking too much. I'm done, guys. That's all I freaking have. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Y'all see what we use, right? Mopar, no car. We don't use Derman security modules over here. All right? Yeah, we just don't. Even the key is Mopar. Let me stop because some of y'all get mad when I say stuff like that. Yeah, okay, we won't do that. Guys, that's all I have. Thanks for watching.